I'm very pleased to announce that we have entered into an agreement with the SCG Trust to play all Swans games at the SCG commencing in season 2017 for a period of 30 years. It's a matter that we've been considering as a board for a number of years, looking at obviously the mix of ANZ games and games at the SCG. The ANZ Stadium agreement, which we entered into in 2002, has been a fantastic partnership with ANZ Stadium. They've been very, very good partners to deal with. It's been a very, very significant stadium for us. Over that period of time, over 2.1 million people have watched the Swans play at ANZ Stadium. In 2003, in round 21 against Collingwood, it hosted the largest ever crowd outside of Victoria with 72,000 people. So it's been a very significant stadium for us. We've played 9 finals there. We've won 8 of them. It's seen us into 3 grand finals. We certainly want to thank ANZ for their support and partnership over the years. Moving to the SCG, we certainly would like to thank the SCG Trust for the manner in which they have undertaken the negotiations, represented here today by Deputy Chairman Rod McGeoch and CEO Jamie Barclay. It's been a pleasure to deal with them, and we very much value the partnership, and we look forward to, I guess, the next 32 years and onward playing at this magnificent venue. It has been very clear to us over the last number of years that the vast majority of Swans members and our 1.2 million fans have shown strong encouragement for us to play all of our games at the SCG. So this very much is a very special place for the Swans, somewhat mythical, and I know that certainly as an administration, I know the players are delighted that we can have such a long-term agreement with the SCG, and we look forward to many, many good seasons playing at this magnificent stadium.
To my right is a calico of what used to hang up here on the sports board to acknowledge the Swans when they played. So in 1982, when Barry Round came and led the team out, this calico sat on our historic scoreboard, and we think that this is the day that we should return it to the Swans, suitably framed, to acknowledge their history at this ground, to acknowledge their history as long as it's been, and to acknowledge the significance that we see as the trust of the commitment they've made to the ground today. This is a very tough sporting market. Just to give you a statistic to go on with, in New York there's 8 million people and they have 7 professional teams. In Sydney there's 4 million people and there are 21 professional sporting teams. And you'd have to say by any measure that the Swans are right up there as probably the #1 professional team in the city. And I think that's an enormous credit to Andrew Ireland, his board, and those that came before them, because this is not an easy market. But we are thrilled at the Trust that they have chosen to commit themselves here for the next 30 years. It's been, as Andrew said, a delight to sit down with them and work through the contract and sign it, and know that for our members and the public of Sydney, that their games will be here in what we still say is the sporting centre of Sydney.